What's up, dudes and dudettes of the air? Now, my name's Seth, and today we're going to be taking a first look at Furi, or Furi. I know it's supposed to be Fury, probably, but it's spelled all funny like. Anyways, so before we end up starting today, everybody, I would very much appreciate it if you would punch the like button for me. It helps me out very, very much. And without further ado, this game is absolutely amazing. I've been so addicted to it. It's a very addictive arcade-style fighting game that incorporates a lot of the R-type mechanics and, you know, dodging a bunch of bullets, you know? It's just insane, while also having insane combos and stuff like that. Actions speak more than words, so let's just jump right in. Hopefully I'm not gonna end up getting my butt absolutely destroyed because of the amount of concentration that has to go into the gameplay itself. It's also got a really cool story, very mysterious, you know, like our character is kind of imprisoned, as we can see right here, and he kind of has like this character in our head that talks to us, kind of similar to Donnie Darko, I would say, so much like that.
You're a weapon, a bringer of death, and now you're nothing. I will keep on killing you, again and again. I am your future, an eternity of slow, painful deaths.
I hear thunder, pitter patter. Time to wake up.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here with you.
Shake your head, nod your head. It's time to go. See what they did to you? Pull yourself together. Get out of prison. Kill the jailer. Fight for your freedom. The jailer is the key. Kill him, and you'll be free.
You see, there's just something about the story that's just mysterious and kind of makes you interested immediately, at least for myself, as to what's going on, why is our character in prison, what is this world, what's going on with all of it and stuff. This game is also very much geared towards speedrunning, where even though we can kind of walk around this area, we could actually just press the A button and he'll auto walk to the next destination while all the characters kind of are talking and stuff like that. And the game itself is very much an arena-based style of game where you're pretty much just fighting boss fight after boss fight over and over. So if that's the type of game that you're into, I would highly recommend checking this one out because it's very, very tight, plays so well.
You've taken from that cell, I'll make you regret. You listen to me, and you listen good. You'll never escape.
First boss fight. Get ready. And those are all the different tiers as we're kind of traveling deeper and deeper towards the planet.
Right back in your cell. There's an easy way and a hard way. You choose.
So I'm pretty sure this guy is kind of like the gate guardian, and all of the other characters are inmates in this prison that's kind of like a mysterious story and stuff, right? So the game itself is very, very fast-paced, as you can see, and I just absolutely love the way that it plays. You can end up, we're just using a controller, of course. You can use the right joystick to shoot, which just shoots in the direction, and then there is just dashing and parrying, which it's slowly trying to teach us. The parrying mechanic is very similar towards, I guess I would say, like the Batman games and stuff. It's very sound cued, and as you can see too, like he's kind of giving us indicators, but I just don't have like proper timing for any of it because I gotta turn my own personal volume up a little bit. No, you cheapskate. And you can see with the health bars in the top corners of the screen. Be quiet, I'm trying to announce things. You can see with the health in the top right and top left, the enemy is the health in the top right, ours is the health in the top left, and it kind of works in tiers. So it's like, you can kind of see, is this guy gonna attack us or what? Oh, they want us to do a charge slash, okay. So you can kind of see that as we end up draining his health all the way down to the bottom, we get 1 tick of his total health end up getting taken down. This also ends up working towards us as well. So it's kind of like each different mechanic and each different phase ends up getting harder and harder as you progress through it. And then hopefully you'll be able to kind of survive all the way until the end, right? The next boss is very, very cool as well. I did get up to her, and she actually changes up the gameplay very, very well. But for today's video, we're probably just going to be dealing with this guy just so that we can kind of, so that I can talk about the different mechanics and stuff. And they kind of do a very good job already showing you everything. So that was actually a health orb we just picked up. And I'm trying my best to dodge these Bowser-like attacks while also being able to attack him in the face. No, oh, that was GG, mate. Well, that's okay. So he's trying to teach us the televised attacks now, which is whenever you get up close and personal to a boss, you can kind of see this ring that's going on around the screen. And that's kind of like, I guess, a dueling ring, kind of similar to sumo and stuff like that, where once we're in that ring, the combat kind of, like the camera zooms down a little bit, the combat gets a little bit more serious and a little bit more deadly as you end up trying to dodge the different attacks that are going on, right? Oh my goodness gracious, I don't know what this guy's doing, but I'm surprised how well I'm actually doing too. With the parrying as well, you can of course parry ranged attacks, which is a little tougher to end up actually doing, and now he's kind of stepping into a whole other degree of combat here. And I should also mention too, the way that you actually heal up is by doing a successful parry, and if you can, if you can time it just right, I've never had that happen before. If you can end up timing your parry perfectly, you actually get a very nice counter that you can end up doing to a boss. Which I hopefully will end up being able to do that. I probably will just end up doing it by accident. Jeez Louise, this guy. So see, he's kind of stepping it up to a whole other degree. I really gotta start focusing a little bit more, because otherwise, yeah, this guy's gonna kick my butt. Very difficult game, even for like the first tiered bosses and stuff like that. Now, the dash, I don't really know. I'm just gonna say personally here, folks, like every time he kind of does those attacks, I do press the A button to dodge, but there's a little to do with the timing that you gotta get the hang of, you know? Like it's not, it has its own flow, I'll say that much, right? Ooh, and most of the attacks you actually can charge. The game does also tell you how you can charge your melee attack while also charging your dash as well. Yeah, see, so I'm actually supposed to be pressing the button a little bit sooner than he's actually attacking me. But as we're doing better and better counters, it's kind of knocking him out of everything that's been, like, out of his combos and stuff. And now you can see he stepped up to the next tier. He's doing this again for some weird reason. Stepped up to the next tier. We ended up healing, but so did he as we end up getting to the next difficulty of the spot here. Okay. No, you can go ahead and keep trying to do your combo. Okay, you got me anyways, and then at least he talks smack, because that's how we end up countering him. Yes. We will do it. Let's duel. Whew. Okay, he's starting to get into his big, heavy attacks at least. Things are getting serious. Things are getting very serious. Oh, yes. We ended up getting a nice combo with him and doing a very good counter right there. That was just a decent one anyways. I love the combat in this game though. Like, it's so fun and so addicting to actually be playing it. I'm trying to counter him, but I don't got the timing right. Like, I'm not good enough at this game just yet. Now, while he is very televised in his different attacks, the other characters get a little bit harder as you end up getting to them. So you can see we ended up healing again, and now we're at the next phase. So this boss in total still has 2 more phases left, and this is where things start getting serious, because he's ended up changing his head around, right? That's a bit of a tougher move to end up blocking because of the way that it's designed, but we can get some nice little health orbs. Hopefully we can stop him. Dude, what is your deal? Okay, all right. I see how it is. Man, this music really steps it up too, really wants me to kick it up a notch, you know? It's such a tight game, like I love it. Now, you can do like charged attacks and everything like that, like we just did right there, which seems like it's a perfect counter while he's like kind of talking smack. But it's risky, you know, because you end up risking the, like, getting hurt. Because you have to kind of stand still while all of that stuff is actually going on. So we actually did quite a bit of damage to him, but he did a lot of damage to us, and that was kind of bad. Should have dashed through that a little bit better. There is the super dash as well, as you saw right there. Not really as insane. A little bit difficult for me to actually pull off. I'm probably repeating myself quite a bit, everybody, as I'm trying to concentrate, because, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to kind of mention all of this stuff while commentating at the same time. I wish that the block timing was a little bit different. A little bit of a sharper timing with the blocking. Just for a casual player like myself. Like, I'm sure, you know, it's, there's some people that are kind of a lot better at this game that would be able to do a lot better and not really have as much of a problem getting through some of the parrying and stuff like that. But for myself, yeah, I seem to have a little bit of difficulty with the timing. You know, just kind of trying to get used to it. Also the fact that he kind of televises that he does his attack, but then he does it like a split second after, you know, which is a bit tricky for me. Oh man, I thought we got up into his face, but we didn't. You can also charge a melee attack as well as a dash at the same time, but it's very, very tricky to end up actually doing that, at least for myself anyways. Oh, I wanted to get him while he was talking. What are you doing, dude? Oh! Are you kidding me? I guess we should have stopped him in the middle of that or something. Jeez Louise. No! I will not lose to you, dude. I want to get to that last beautiful phase of his so that we can do it on camera, but he just keeps doing all these cheapskate attacks. Okay, that's it. Let's get serious. I am guessing that we just have to end up dodging. That didn't even get to go into the next phase. At least we got to heal one bar, and then see, that's what I mean. I don't like the fact that he's changing up his timing. Like, he does his televised attack with his next attack where it's like, oh, you have to parry this. And it's like, okay, that's cool. But then he ends up, like, making the noise faster or slower, you know? It's like it's not the same timing every single time. And I guess, granted, that does add a level of difficulty to it, which is fine, but not for my brain, man. Like, I have a real hard time with it. Jeez. I was hoping that we could end up getting through this boss fight a little bit faster, because I actually did better off camera, which of course is going to just naturally happen. Excuse me? I was on the other side of you, so that's cool. Why are none of our attacks working? Like, seriously. Okay, this is going to end up knocking him into that other phase, right? Or is it? There we go. So at least we get another special attack there. No, I don't think so, dude. Time to step it up. Time to step it up. I don't even care. You're going down, Buster. I don't care. Thank goodness we're doing all of these close range attacks so that we could actually get to the next phase. And it seems like it actually gave us another pool of health, which is great. So this is what I really wanted to show on camera, everybody, because this is when things start getting a bit insane. I just keep shooting because we're destroying a lot of his projectiles that he's shooting out. This is kind of what I meant when I said it's a little bit like R-Type, although not necessarily like R-Type. I'm not exactly sure which game I could reference because I never really played that many of these types of games where you're dodging a million zillion bullets, but it still is very, very fun, very exhilarating. Now, those, of course, are invincible bullets. So we kind of just have to, like, get out of the way of them, and it just, oh man, it's just so insane. I can barely see what's going on. My eyes! But I do enjoy it very, very much. Now, we probably could end up, like, sending most of those shots actually back at him, which would end up being ideal, I'm sure. Oh yeah, he's invincible right now because right now he's just trying to do this phase where we have to dodge all of his attacks that are going on. And each of the bosses, you'd be surprised how different they end up making them all. You know, like that's the one thing that I was actually very, very surprised about. The next boss is completely different from this one. Did we end up finishing him? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So now we'll do a last little cutscene here, and then we'll call it for the episode.
You will be broken. You will go back to yourself.
Bravo! Excellent! What a thrill! Not your first time, right? Anyway, the good news, we're one step closer to freedom. The bad news, there's more out there waiting for us. But don't worry, I know them. I can help. Believe me, what's waiting at the end of all this is so worth the trouble. You and me, we're in the same boat now. Now let's get the out of here.
I'm assuming he's going to end up being the last boss, but either way, very, very cool game. I highly recommend checking it out, everybody. Links are in the description for everything, as well as a bunch more info that I'm sure I didn't end up covering, because you got to understand, this game is very, very difficult to commentate over, I would say that. And even though I said first episode, I don't want to give anyone the impression that I'm going to start a series of this one, I just wanted to give out this bit of information, let you all know that this game exists. That's very, very awesome, and I highly recommend it. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Sayonara and stay epic.